Alright, time for the solutions for the compare linear and exponential tasks. So on a lot of these, there's actually quite a bit of variability you can do with in writing down a solution or answer of some sort. Some of them are closed, like it's a specific thing, but some of them are open in what they stand for. So on number one, you're supposed to write a function describing the growth of both companies. Make sure you read the problem statement. But we have Kalkurama, which I'm going to say is the R one. That one starts with $5 million, and it's going to get a $500,000 each year. So if you start at 5 million, and I'm going to say all of these numbers are in millions just so I don't have to write a ton of zeros. You start at 5 million, and you get 0.5 million each year. You just times that by x, and that's your whole function. That's the whole thing. $500,000 each year, x is going to be in the number of years. So actually that kind of answers number B, letter B here. Number of years. And the other one, computer fast, I'm going to call that the F function for computer fast. That one starts at 2 million, but it's doing an increase of 15% each year, which if you want to do a percent increase, it's going to be exponential. You're going to times it by 115%, which is 1.15 to the x power. And that's where I got those functions from. One's exponential, the other one's linear. Compare your functions. How are they similar? How are they different? Like, there's a lot of things you can talk about. Like, one is linear versus exponential. Like, different initial values. Like, there's a lot of different answers. There's a lot of stuff. How are they the same? Well, they're both growing. Well, different. How are they similar? So both growing, as in increasing in value. But yeah, there's a lot of things. So the next part, explain why if both companies are able to meet their net income goals, then Computer Fest will eventually be larger than Kalkurama. Well, Computer Fest is exponential. And Kalkurama is linear. And so that's really the basis for, like, really the main difference between them. If you were to graph them, Kalkurama would grow like so, and then Computer Fest would grow like so. And they actually meet after about 13-ish years. So yeah, that's just kind of differences between them. Moving on to 2, Fran, starting out at $120, and he's trying to get up to 180 pounds. How much can he gain in the first week with each product? Well, Shake A is going to beef him up to 125, which is 5 pounds. Shake B, which is over here, Become Like the Rock. He went up from 120 to 124.8, which is going to be an increase of 4.8 pounds. Which product will get him to target weight faster? Use math to explain. So that's actually going to be Shake B. And something to notice is this, once you reach week 5, Shake B has actually got him to a 1 pound heavier weight. And so even though he's only gaining not as much going here, as soon as you reach week 4, actually, it's higher up, and it's going to continue to be higher and grow faster than Shake A. But if Shake A costs $20 per week and Shake B costs $30 per week, which do you think would be a better choice? Well, first you just figure out how many weeks it's going to take. Under Shake A, if you try to figure out these like +5 pounds each week. He was going to go from 180 to 120. That's going to be an extra 60 pounds, which divided by 5 is going to be 12 weeks. Which at $20 a week, $20 a week, you're looking at $240. Okay. Under Shake B, that one is taking the starting amount and times it by 1.04 each time, and you need to get that up to 180 pounds, and that's where you just use a calculator to kind of figure it out, because it's growing exponentially. And when you do that, you're going to get, with that, you're looking at about 11 weeks. But that, you're going to times by 30, so that's $330. And so which one you decide is better is based just kind of on your preference. Spending more, but doing a week earlier, or spending less and having it take longer. It just kind of depends on what you decide, which one's better or worse. For these ones, you have two functions already designed for you. Just answer a few questions about it. Initial value for both companies is $25,000. $25,000. Which one will grow more in the first year? Well, you just plug in X. It's like f of 1 would be 2500x plus 25, which would give you 27,500 in the first year. For that one, the G of 1, you're looking at 25,000 times 1.08 to the first power, which when you do that is going to give you, that's going to give you $27,000. So which company? It's going to be the fructose company. And I just showed it right there with the math stuff. Which company will be worth more in 10 years? Well, then you plug in 10 instead of 1 into both of your functions. See, 1.08 to the 10th. And then the next one, 2,500 times 10 plus 25,000 is going to give you 50,000. And the other one moment, would give you about $53,973.12. So the company would be the glucose one. And then if you had to choose which company to invest in, which would you choose? Well, if you're going for a short term, I'd go for the fructose one, because in the beginning they're growing faster, as shown by this. If you're going long term, I'd go for the glucose one, if any of that's legible to you. And moving on to the last one, you got some great graphs, kind of just showing you what's going on with the numbers here. How much does it cost go up for both the ships in the first year? We're going to just assume that the X is the year. And let's see, let's draw this a little line here, which is looking at about 5,500-ish. And this one, we're looking at about 6,000. Yeah. Maybe not 5,500. Probably more along the lines of 5,800. Yeah. That one's definitely a lot closer to 6,000. Let's see. A would be about $800. For company B, you're looking at about $1,000. Okay. How much would Charlie have to pay to this trip? Takes him 5 years to pay it off? Well, let's see. 5 is looking about here. Five is looking about right here. Let's see. Okay. For company A, we're looking at about 8,000. So that's total cost there. For B, we're looking at about 8,000, like 800-ish, about that much. So 8,800-ish. Okay. Which dealership would you choose for Charlie? Explain his mathematical reasons. There's a lot of things you can choose from. You choose A if you're looking for short term. Meaning, like, if you were to copy the line over, it would look like something like that. So if you're looking at something less than, say, 9 years, then A is the way to go. You end up paying less. But if you're looking for a more long-term loan, which would be really crappy, greater than 9 years, you'd probably want to go with B, just because when you get over here on the right side, it's less. It's not going up as much. So yeah, there you go. Some example solutions for these ones.